Laira, you guys are off to a fairly good start this year. Can you talk a little bit about this past weekend and how things went for you guys at SBU?
It was good. We saw a lot of good things out of the team. We saw a lot of competitiveness and intensity, which is what we'd been working on, but we also saw a complete lack of focus on the other side of it. So we really need to develop that sense of consistency and finding out who we are as a team, so when we go on the court, we know how the match is going to be dictated by us instead of just simply responding to what another team is doing.
So right now we're just kind of in a confidence building stage where everybody's kind of learning their role. Would you say that's kind of accurate?
Well, I think we've all developed kind of who we are individually. I think we're trying to mesh together and develop our team identity.
Right. So previous weekend you guys played, I believe, up in Omaha, and you guys had a pretty good weekend up there. Can you talk? Let's roll back a week, and can you talk about that a little bit?
That tournament was really good for us. We came out on Friday really strong, really focused, and we played what we consider to be our style of volleyball, which is we run a fast offense, we have a lot of ball control, things like that. We set the tone of a lot of matches. Then on Saturday we saw a little bit of those freshmen kind of coming in. They're a little tired that second day because, I mean, college volleyball is completely different than high school and competitive volleyball because you have to literally play as hard as you can, and then you get an hour and you have to fill the tank back up and figure out how to empty it out again.
Oh, yeah. Tell us a little bit about Friday evening's events at 7 o'clock.
On Friday, we're having kind of like a meet and greet with our team. It consists of a green-white scrimmage. Then we're going to have other games and challenges and a little bit of Volleyball 101 for audiences or for people in the audience that don't necessarily understand the game. They'll be able to ask questions, and we'll kind of do some explaining.
What other kind of games are you going to do other than volleyball?
We want to include the crowd, so we're going to do a couple serving games, couple games for kids. If we can get some kids at the game, there's going to be one where they put on a volleyball jersey and spandex and knee pads in kind of a relay race scenario. We're going to do a little bit of trivia in terms of our players.
Yeah.
So we're just going to, it's supposed to be a fun event and get to know our players a little bit better, get to know our program a little bit better, and then get to see some volleyball. You
guys have got Washburn coming up next week. It's a rematch. You guys got to defend the home court. You knocked them off last year. What's the game plan for Washburn? How are you going to attack and defend the home court?
Well, we got to come out with a lot of energy. That was what helped us last time. Last time we came out with the mindset we had nothing to lose, so we were just going for it. So we need to get our freshmen settled in early on, so they're playing to win as opposed to playing scared on our home court.
Yeah. How are they fitting into the program? I mean, they're an integral part. I understand that as far as the composition of the team goes, you've got 2 seniors, you've got a pretty good silver lining of your juniors, but a large part of the team is freshmen.
Yep, they're doing a great job. They're filling in their roles nice. They have big loads as freshmen, and they fit in great in terms of team chemistry, that sort of thing. Some of their experience just has to come by getting them on the court, and so they're going to make errors, they're going to make mistakes, but as long as they continue to improve, we're really happy with what they've done so far.
That's great. And are they staying excited? Because that's a unique opportunity for freshmen to get a lot of playing time in college volleyball.
They are. They knew that when we recruited them, that we graduated 6 seniors, and we were bringing them in to make a difference right away. And so I think they've embraced that role. I think they're excited about it. I can't keep our team out of the gym. They're in a half hour before we start practice, and they want to stay for extra reps. So our attitudes are right, our energy's right, entering conference play, and now we just got to put it all together.
So they're really loving the game.
They are, and they're funny people. Our freshmen, they bring in new energy, different perspective on things. There's so many of them that they have their own little gang together, which I think helps keep them confident, when we have a lot of upperclassmen. So all in all, they've just brought a lot to the table, and they're doing a good job.